American Builder starts right now.
Hey, welcome to American Builder. So it's all about pods. What's a pod? It's a full bathroom, completely enclosed, built in Orlando, Florida, that we ship up to Marlborough, Massachusetts. 5 to a tractor trailer. Think about it. We have over 100 bathrooms right now heading our way from Orlando. Went down to the factory, saw how they were made. Think about this for a second. No punch list, nothing. The bathroom is 100% done, and only one person has the key. Me. So nobody goes in and out and trashes them like on every construction site. In my mind, a hotel is what? Big square room, TV on the left, bed on the right, lamp over there. The only work is in the bathroom, and SurePod has eliminated all that for you. Check this out. I bring it back down, it shifted just a little bit. So, first bathroom, it's windy as can be. It is pivoting towards the front, so I canceled it. Bring it back down to the ground, reset it, restrap it. It's safety first. It weighs 3,000 to 5,000 pounds, so I'm just not gonna risk it. And I'm not that happy either. Keep going, keep going. Cable down a little bit. Perfect, we're done. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, let him pull his first. You're gonna spin him. Cable down, cable down. Sorry, cable up for 1 second. Cable down, all the way down, yep. 2 more inches. Remember what I said, as you take the weight off, the back of the lift starts to go up, so you gotta really pull and get it out of the way. Cable down just a little, perfect, perfect. Leave it right there, thank you. There, number 2 went well. It's number 22 that we're worried about. Take the pallet off, adjust it down, wheel them into place. It's a lot of little steps that don't necessarily have to be, but we're working it out. And we are going to get the whole floor in today, whether it kills me. You gotta walk it right there nice and slow. Keep going, he'll show you. Keep going. Let it rip, you're fine. You're gonna come right to there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We jump forward past the beginning of the interior framing at the Hyatt because the bathroom pods that weigh about 3,500 pounds apiece, about the size of a Suburban, obviously won't fit into the building after. So push the pods in, frame the walls around it. Sort of the square peg, round hole syndrome. Cut the lock off, take the pallet jacks, slide the pod out onto the lift, put the chain around the back for safety, over until the building goes, repeat. We have put these in rain, snow, wind, you name it, doesn't matter. Get them off the truck, get them into the building as fast as can be. So we get another surprise visit by SurePods. Bill comes back out, and what Bill wants to do is take my key, slice them open, and he wants to see inside them because, like I said, I know they're built way down there and they're perfect. Want to make sure they traveled okay, and there's all sorts of different ways to see if it went wrong, right? There's sensors on the truck, there's sensors on the pods itself. Now the whole hotel is full of these big, huge boxes, better known as finished bathrooms. So they come locked. Every one of them come from the factory, shrink wrapped, locked. I have the magic key. I also have Bill the flashlight. So I don't like to step inside them. From what I can see, it's just perfect. Nothing wrong whatsoever. You want to?
Yeah,
I'll go in.
all right.
So this is typical, right? You got your
Yep.
toilets,
Yep. So we've got
Boxed.
the toilet was not preset because it won't travel.
right?
We put the chassis of the electric mirror, the lighted mirror on. We'll hang the rest after because that doesn't handle the vibration transport. But as you can see, the glass in the shower went well. The tile is all intact. The wallpaper is on the walls. The shower fixtures, shower head, faucet, electrical's all in place. And this is really ready to be moved into final position.
Okay.
Plumber and electrical hookup, and then it's ready to go.
So this came 1,500 miles,
Yep,
and you even have the towel hooks on.
that's right.
Oh, and it's clean too.
It's clean.
The
I
only
mean,
thing dirty is me walking across the floor.
think about where we are today. It's New England. It's 40 degrees out with 30-mile-an-hour winds. There's very limited work they can get done on the job site, and yet this is all done, ready for hookup.
This is perfect. So it's interesting, right? You've got the mirrors you ship obviously separate. So that comes in, they just snap them in place. You get your HVAC cut out, so the contractor just gets over the top and ties that in. Ceiling is absolutely perfect. You got a sprinkler head they pop down from outside. You got your towel racks on. This is a suite, so this is a door out the other side to the room, but I mean, your bathroom fixtures are tied tight. They're in the sink for finish for the plumber. The glass doors, shipping no problem, styrofoam all tied up. So I don't know, I'm sold, Bill. Thanks for the tour. And we lock it back up because we don't let anybody into these finished bathrooms until the hotel is about 80 to 90% done. This is the way to build a hotel. Even the toilet paper holder's there. What more can you ask for? Then Steve Reed, the building inspector, he takes a quick look around and he gives it a thumbs up. Awesome. What's next, right? Here comes the easy part. We push him into place. The drywaller comes in. He starts his metal framing and his drywall, and next thing you know, it's starting to look like a hotel room.
That's pretty cool to see that going on at the Hyatt.
Isn't it amazing that there's 3,500 pounds flying through the air, and inside it's like a piece of furniture, right? It's a full bathroom. Everything's done. The glass doors are hung, the lights are in, the towel racks, everything is completely done, including wallpaper, and it doesn't matter what weather conditions, as you can see.
Yeah, no kidding.
They shoot in. You can put, no lie, probably close to 30 a day into a building. It's nuts.
That's pretty nuts. What was also nuts was how cold it was, and I forgot to thank you for freezing Mike, our cameraman. But
yeah, well,
he's fine. We put him by the furnace. He can't hear out of his left ear anymore, but he'll be fine.
I'm seeing workman's comp coming. All right, you asked for it, you get it. Another American Builder classic. So, let me tell you something about Jimmy, okay? Jimmy, who I love, is no finished carpenter. Guarantee you that. I get Jimmy, he was like a laborer back in the day, turned complete carpenter, plumber, electrician. Jimmy has his own construction company now. Everybody asks me about Jimmy 12 years later. Where's Jimmy? Still around, still doing great, still has no patience whatsoever. And you'll see here what I'm talking about. We got a lot going on. The carpet starts tomorrow morning first thing. So that sends everybody into complete panic mode. The stairway's not really figured out yet. The paint is upstairs. The hardwood floors are going down. I'm about to ruin Jimmy's whole day because everyone's staying here tonight it's gonna be through midnight. These are great, they're just wrong. You need a piece right here for this carpet to wrap around.
Right.
He can just nail it, but he needs a piece of wood from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Get these on, ask him about these, and I'm gonna go get these posts. They have to be in today. I have to lag them in today permanently. Okay? I don't know what you were doing, but now you're doing something else. Right, thanks.
I don't know what you were doing, but do something.
Hurry up.
couldn't hit another nail if I tried. Basically, this is just so that the carpet will flow. And the carpet guy will actually be able to come over around and tack it up under here.
Jimmy's nightmare going on right now. These are solid oak. He's gonna have a miserable time with them. They gotta be cut at 48 inches. We got them a little bit big. We lagged them in. They're a pain in the ass. I don't even know how to do them. I can talk a good game. These will kill that kid for sure.
You dirty rats. This is some hard effing wood. Wood putty in there, you never know the difference.
What are you doing with this one? How are you doing this one? What's your idea?
See, what I do is I'm getting lucky on that one. What happened was,
Jimmy got lucky.
right there,
Yep.
just grab the bottom,
Yep.
drops it in.
Then you got one going here, right?
Yes.
Go back just a little bit, like right there, so you can actually turn this corner so it's behind this space right here. And then this one goes inside the double joist, so you're probably gonna be here, but you can't be beyond this wall, so make sure you figure that out. So you got that one to do, that one to do, these two to do. You got all the lip on here for the carpet guy. No one's going home tonight. Does everybody know that?
Okay, I'm out here in half an hour.
Nobody's going home tonight.
Did they bleep out cuss words? There's a lot coming right now. Yeah, mother's up. That ain't coming off, man.
Why is this loose?
Oh, it was fine until you started kicking it.
Hey, are you trying to pick the ones that are damaged on the top of the flat spot? Tell me about this. That looks great.
A little wood filler, that'll clean that right up.
Really?
Yep. Nothing more I could do, I had to go at an angle.
I have a seizure. This is the reason I drink, right here. This is one of the reasons. So one of Jimmy's classic moves, right? He just goes as far as he can to see if he'll get away with something. That stupid plug that it would have taken 2 gallons of filler, he just went on to the next one hoping I wouldn't catch it, and I caught it. What I want to do now, 12 plus years later, is I want to go work for Jimmy and see if he catches my mistakes. The Apex Center here in Marlborough, Mass is so big, it has its own building inspector. It's like a separate little world down here. So Steve Reed, the building inspector, I have been, I shouldn't say friends, because nobody's really friendly with a building inspector, but I've known Steve Reed for more than 25 years. He is one of the fairest building inspectors I've ever dealt with, although nothing gets by Steve Reed. So Steve is going to take a look at the pods for me. I grabbed what I thought is the friendliest guy on the job, and I said, everybody's happy to see you. My buddy Steve Reed is the building inspector, and then he quickly reminded me, not everybody likes to see the building inspector. I forgot that.
That's
Sorry.
very true.
Sorry.
That's very true.
So that vest could get you in trouble sometimes.
It can. Makes you a big target often.
So I've got a question for you
Sure.
on the pods, the bathroom pods that get delivered here, and I don't know the answer to this. It comes and it's finished like a piece of furniture and gets slid into place. So how does the inspector inspect something? What's your job as far as these going right into place?
Before they get slid in, we have to make sure those walls are properly sealed to the floor and the ceiling. And then the EXP board, which is typically purple in this building, you can see behind us,
Yep.
that has to be all put in place and made sure that the layout of those boards meet the fire rating requirements, make sure that they are properly caulked, fire taped, and sealed, so they never have to be touched again.
Gotcha.
Then the pod gets slid in to the corner.
Yep.
And hopefully everything that goes through the floor, through the ceiling, lines up the way it's supposed to.
Yep.
Everything in the pod is actually pre-inspected at the factory from Oldcastle.
Right.
Plumbing and wiring, they're tested for pressure. The wiring is all pigtailed out where it has to be connected to all the conduit that's going to be put in. But I've dealt with pre-manufactured sections of buildings before.
You have.
And when you think of the size of the pod behind me, I don't know what it is, 8 by 8, let's say, just for a rough number.
Right.
You've got a lot of trades happening in there, from flooring to plumbing to wiring to cabinetry to tile work to painting, mirrors and all that. And if you think such a small space, there's so many things that can get damaged and messed up along the way.
Right.
That we're tripping over everybody in the building right now.
Exactly.
The coring guy behind us making noise,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the plumbers and the sprinkler guys and the HVAC guys, electricians, everybody's tripping over everybody else. And if you think of the same thing occurring inside a pod that's 8 by 8, everybody's going to have a big fight later on as to what's been damaged. So if the pod is complete and it gets slid into place, it allows everything else to occur real quickly around it. It takes a lot of the worry out of the finished product.
All right, so there you go. You heard it from a building inspector, you heard it from a developer, you hear it from American Builder. SurePods is the way to go. You got 3 blessings all in one show. You gonna build them the old way? No, you're not. Steve and I go back a long time.
25 plus, I think.
He forgot when we met, and he bailed me out of a situation. He was a great building inspector here in Marlborough, Mass. And guess what? Out of retirement, he's still a great building inspector here in Marlborough, Mass.
He's back.
He's
back for a while.
Back. They chased him out of retirement because this project is so big. He's got his own city trailer here, and he honestly non-stop walks around this site. And the wind today, I mean, it may not be snowing,
pretty nasty.
but good Lord, there's some other
Right.
conditions, including with
But I
wind
think
problems.
as an editorial on that, this project, this site has been vacant, obviously forever.
Right.
But there have been many attempts to do a project here over 25 years. And politically and for environmental reasons, a lot of times the developers walked away because they just couldn't meet with it. You know,
Right.
office buildings and condos and apartments and whatever.
Yeah.
And when Robert came along, this is a project that I thought it's a really good project from a design standpoint. It's really aggressive, provides a lot of good benefits.
Yeah.
And it's worth coming out of retirement for a year to go ahead and see it through.
Question for a building inspector. How are these pods inspected? Everybody asks me the same thing. So they're inspected on site down for SurePods. They come with tags on them that Steve Reed approves. Don't forget, now you got to hook them up to electrical and plumbing here. More inspections on this end. So even though they're self-contained unit, there's a few inspections. And so far, I can't believe my ears that a building inspector actually loves these pods. He agrees with me that the schedule gets moved along. You can't live without pods. If you're building a hotel and you're building a bathroom the old-fashioned way, you're 2 months behind on your hotel. You've got to look up SurePods. SurePods sends every developer templates. So you bring them in the building, put them down, it's the whole bathroom on the ground, and you spray paint where you want to core. This particular plumber used GPS because he's so much smarter than a template. We'll see how that goes. I'm still going old school. I get it. The GPS works great, but I do like to lay them in place. So I pick up one of them thinking I can go and bring them in the building really quick. It's so heavy, nobody's around. I found them under the melted snow, so they were never used on this job. And I even have to have the assist of a camera guy helping me bring them in. Will this even fit through the window? I found the templates for the bathrooms under the snow. Everybody said they couldn't find them. Oh, don't worry, I'll get it. You just sit there and watch me work. I'm good. I've been doing this for too long. Every once in a while you need a camera guy. Mike, can you give me a hand with this? I gotta get it inside. So you just sort of guide, I'll go inside. Being construction, they said, you'll love it. It's a great living. Okay, so with the assistance of my photog Mike, this is a template for a 3A. So I get my blueprints that was supplied by SurePods. I bring it down here. This is a 3A. So if I lay it down, this, according to a couple guidelines, should be exactly where my trap is for my sink, my water closet, call it a toilet if you want, because that's what I call it still. It is showing me that once the pod sits here, this is my HVAC unit up on top of the pod right here, okay? So, looks like the plumber's got it all set. He already marked up here where he's gonna core through, which he did upstairs already. Looks like we're okay. That's the toilet, that's the next floor. We have it. So we're installing the bathrooms today. We saw them in the factory, we saw them in trucks, we saw them in cranes. They're in place, so the final install is today. So I just look real quick. Is the drain there where the toilet goes? Is the shower drain? I can see it's lit up. Are the glass doors functionable? We're done. On to the very next one. This is a thin set or level elastic. It's actually thin set. We brushed it on the whole square footage of the pod. It actually does two things. It helps the pod slide just a little bit, and then it also sets it. So this will set up in about an hour. If you make a major mistake on the pod, in an hour and a half from now, it's there for life. You're not gonna, you can't just keep moving the rim around. So he's got a half a bag to 3/4 of a bag per. We know if he goes from this wall to that wall and it's in a square, he tries to stay away from areas that we're gonna walk. That thing walks right in, sets into place. I go in, check the drains, get the next one. Nothing to it. The reason we use Brad, the little guy, is so he can get this jack off the studs and get out of there. We can push it in the final foot or so. So if he gains some weight in the next couple of weeks, I'll get rid of him. We don't need him.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you saw it from factory to the end, right down to the little guy between the wall. We pull him out, we slide it in. I check the drains. The bathrooms are completely installed. This is where they're gonna stay for the rest of their life. Don't forget, you want to see or know more about me, Brian Gurry, the American Builder, go to AmericanBuilderUSA.com. You want to find out if our show is in your neighborhood, go to ToughTV.com. Remember, it's online anywhere in the world. We'll see you next time.